Hello everyone and welcome to Instant Biology by Dr. Neelabh. As you would all be knowing that we regularly invite students as well as professors as well as researchers on our podcast to enlighten people about the upcoming opportunities, about the research careers, about the different examinations and also strategies to clear different examinations. So today we have on our channel Zeel Doshi, who happens to be a BTech Biotechnology graduate from DY Patil and who qualified the DBT BITP examination, which is recently gaining a lot of popularity amongst the students. So a lot of students have been requesting me to answer to queries related to DBT BITP, related to eligibility, related to companies, related to stipend. So there have been a lot of queries lately regarding these things. So I thought, why not bring someone who has recently qualified this examination and ask these queries to her so that she can be the best person to answer to those. So I would welcome Zeel on our channel. So Zeel, if you could come on board and talk to us.
Hello.
Hello
Good
Zeel,
afternoon,
thank you so
sir.
much. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for sparing time to talk to our audience. First of all, can you briefly introduce yourself and give us your academic background?
Sure, sir. So, my name is Zeel Doshi. I graduated last year in BTech Biotechnology from DY Patil University, Navi Mumbai. And at the same time, I also qualified DBT BITP soon after my dissertation project. So, that's about me in brief.
Yeah. So because this session is specifically about DBT BITP, can you tell me that how you came to know about this or what motivated you to give this examination?
Sure, sir. So once I was done with my dissertation, which was like a very good research experience for me, so I wanted to go forward with more like a industrial training because I was clear that before my masters, I wanted to experience both worlds, so that would help me to make my further decision about masters and what I want to do ahead. So I was searching, and there were a few pages on Insta like BioBuddy, and I think I follow your channel as well. So you give notifications of all the recent opportunities. So YouTube and Insta were my major sources where I found about DBT and then yes, I researched and understood how the whole process is.
Yeah. So as I said that DBT BITP is gaining a lot of popularity recently, but there are a lot of questions that student have. So could you please briefly tell us that what exactly this program is all about?
Sure, sir. So basically, it's a biotech industrial training program and it's initiated by Department of Biotechnology. So this kind of program is like a training for fresh graduates, like who have recently qualified, and it gives you a direct access to a lot of big companies, wherein you get a chance to like get yourself into the industries and have a hands-on training, like in how like industries work in real life. So that is a very big and a good thing about it.
Yeah. So one very common question that I receive across different platforms is that what is the exact eligibility criteria of this examination? Most importantly, it's mentioned that the students who have completed their degrees can appear for the examination, but there is no clarity about the people who are in their final year. So can you just clarify that वेदर जो लोग अभी पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं वो भी
Hmm.
क्या दे सकते हैं एग्जामिनेशन या एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया क्या है?
सर एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया ये है कि जिसने कंप्लीट कर लिया, लाइक फॉर सपोज फॉर बीटेक स्टूडेंट्स 8 सेम जिसका कंप्लीट हो गया है, मे बी आपका डिग्री अब तक इन हैंड नहीं आया है, बट अ प्रोविजनल सर्टिफिकेट और योर फाइनल सेम सर्टिफिकेट कैन वर्क एज अ एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया, बट यू शुड हैव completed your tenure, like your academic tenure, to be eligible for this.
ओके और मास्टर्स के स्टूडेंट्स भी अप्लाई कर सकते हैं अपार्ट फ्रॉम बैचलर्स?
बिल्कुल सर। सो एमटेक और एमएससी स्टूडेंट्स भी अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, सेम कंडीशन, दे मस्ट हैव कंप्लीटेड द एकेडमिक
एंड
टाइम।
बीटेक एंड बीएससी एंड एमटेक एंड एमएससी दोनों अप्लाई कर
नॉट
सकते
बीएससी सर, बीटेक एमएससी एंड एमटेक,
हैं? ओके.
नॉट बीएससी।
ओके ओके ओके, थैंक यू सो मच। ये पॉइंट बहुत कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट करता है। एंड फाइनल ईयर वाले भी वही स्टूडेंट्स अप्लाई करेंगे जिनके पास अपना लास्ट का सेमेस्टर का मार्कशीट वगैरह हो, डिग्री भले ही ना आई हो तो भी चलेगा, इज इट?
यस।
Right. So, is there any difference between the training that BTech students would be getting या MSc students would be getting या MTech students would be getting? कि आपने क्योंकि क्वालिफाई किया है तो यू वुड बी नोइंग कि जो सेग्रीगेशन होता है, बीटेक वाले बच्चे क्या दूसरी कंपनी में जाते हैं, ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या?
बिल्कुल नहीं सर, लाइक एज वी ऑल सेट फॉर द सेम एग्जाम, तो ऐसा कुछ डिफरेंशिएशन नहीं होता। डिफरेंस तब होता है व्हेन यू सिलेक्ट सर्टेन डोमेन्स, तो
हम्म,
डोमेन के हिसाब से आप सेग्रीगेट होते हैं। सो लाइक मेरे कंपनी में आई हैड टू कलीग्स हु वर फ्रॉम एमएससी, बट आवर
हम्म,
ट्रेनिंग वाज ऑन वेरी सिमिलर ग्राउंड्स, तो एज सच कोई डिफरेंस नहीं रहता।
So you said about domain. So the domain choosing thing is during the filling of the form only, yeah, after you get selected for the exam.
So yeah, basically जैसे आप क्लियर कर देते हो एग्जाम, once you are done with the exam and results are published, that's when the selected candidates get a Google form जिधर
हाँ,
आपको डोमेन आएगा और रीजन भी आएगा, लाइक द
हम्म,
डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया, तो साउथ एंड सो ऑन वैसे रीजन्स आएंगे, तो आप
हम्म,
डोमेन और रीजन तभी सिलेक्ट करोगे। सो या।
ओके। और उसके बाद फिर उसी के हिसाब से वो चूज करके देते होंगे रीजन को,
हाँ,
राइट?
सो कंपनीज अलोकेट होती है उस हिसाब से, एंड आपका सीवी उसके अकॉर्डिंगली फ्लोट होता है। देर इज नो 100% गारंटी कि आपने सपोज नॉर्थ या साउथ चूज किया तो आपको उधर ही मिलेगा, सिंस डोमेन प्लेज अ मोर इम्पोर्टेंट रोल कि आपको करना क्या है। सो उसके हिसाब से कंपनी आपको मिलेगी, तो रीजन कम्स अ लिटिल सेकेंडरी देन द डोमेन।
So, because there is, I believe that there is a lot to understand about the application process also. So, can you please enlighten us about the application process of BitP? What are the columns या क्या क्या information चाहिए होती है application form fill करते हुए?
श्योर सर, सो वैसे इट्स वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, मतलब जैसे ही एप्लीकेशन निकलता है, यू हैव टू आई थिंक मेक योर लाइक रजिस्टर,
हम्म,
एंड फिर उसके बाद आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स अपलोड करने हैं। आई थिंक वन थिंग दैट पीपल मस्ट टेक केयर इज कि फोटो और सिग्नेचर प्रॉपर क्वालिटी का होना चाहिए, दैट कैन कॉज प्रॉब्लम्स आइडियली। एंड बाकी इट्स अ वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड प्रोसेस कि आपने अपने डिटेल्स फिल किए, आपने अपने एजुकेशनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स डाले, and then you have to pay a certain registration fee, so that will be a easier process to do.
Okay, yeah, this was what I wanted to come to. So, there is an application fees that you have to pay, right?
Yes sir, I
Okay.
think that is of something rupees 1000. It can change, but rupees 1000 is the starting.
Okay. अच्छा, the other most important thing is about the syllabus of BitP. लोग पूछ रहे हैं कि कैसे, या आई मीन कैसे तो बाद में बात करेंगे, बट क्या सिलेबस है? इज देयर एनी प्रिस्क्राइब्ड सिलेबस दैट यू कैन टेल अस अबाउट?
So the syllabus is very comprehensive and it's more or less similar to the other competitive exams as well. Like
हम्म,
आपका जो overall biotech का portion आप समझ लीजिए, सब cover हो जाता है, like
हम्म,
plant physiology, animal physiology और biotech, bioprocess fermentation. Most of things are covered. In
हम्म,
fact, bioinformatics and patent and stuff as well. सो
हम्म,
इसमें हमें कोर टॉपिक्स पे ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए, एंड देयर इज अ स्ट्रक्चर, लाइक टोटल 100 मार्क्स का है। सो 12 मार्क्स विल बी योर 11th 12th बेसिक्स, दैट्स ऑल्सो प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल, अच्छे खासे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं। देन अब 76 मार्क्स का जो होता है दैट इज योर कोर बायोटेक पोर्शन,
हम्म,
एंड बाकी जो होता है दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन लाइक करंट अफेयर्स ऑफ लाइक साइंटिफिक वर्ल्ड, लाइक क्या क्या चल रहा है अभी, कौन सी न्यू वैक्सीन डेवलपमेंट है।
हम्म,
So that is how the overall structure and syllabus will be.
So have they prescribed any particular syllabus, or you have to just focus on your bachelor's में जो कुछ पढ़ा है वो सब पढ़ के जाना होता
No, sir, they have given a like a proper syllabus, but
है?
when
Okay.
I compared it, it was more or less similar to what I had studied in my bachelor's. But they
Okay.
do give a proper syllabus.
Okay. So, can you tell us about the level of the examination? Is it very hard? You might have given the other competitive examinations also during your bachelor's. Do you find it comparable? Do you find it hard, or do you find it
Uh,
easy?
so I think it is easy to moderate. It's not as tough as maybe GET or GET B, but it's of good level. Like if you have a good knowledge of what you have done in your bachelor's, I think you can crack the exam.
ठीक है। ओके, मतलब अगर हम गेट के लिए पढ़ रहे हैं या कैटबी के लिए पढ़ रहे हैं तो इट वुड नॉट बी दैट डिफिकल्ट, क्योंकि मटेरियल या सिलेबस इज सेम थिंग।
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you follow any specific books in order to crack this examination, or you were just following your regular books that you use for competitive exams?
Actually, like I did not follow many books because in my case, I had a little less time to prepare for
Mm,
it. So my major goal was to understand the core topics, like
mm,
brush up. I would say that would be the right word.
mm,
So I followed YouTube more and PYQs. I think that was the key in my case. So PYQs, YouTube, and your channel as well, the bio processing and everything, because that's something I need really
yeah.
need to
Mm,
brush up.
mm. Thank you. So, is there any interview also after you qualify the examinations? Do they take any interview for final selection?
Okay, so this is like a full process. Once you are done with your
Mm,
exam, you get
mm,
the results, and this all takes couple of months. Okay,
mm,
so
mm,
once you are like selected, there is a whole procedure through Gmail, the form part I told you, and
mm,
after all of that,
mm,
once you receive an email from the respective company or a call, that's when you actually start preparing for the interview, not beforehand. Your first focus must be the exam. Then
mm.
after all this process is done and you get a respective like call from the company, then you can prepare according to the company for that particular
Mm.
interview.
So, the interview is taken by the company who is going to hire you, not the DBT. So, DBT is
No,
not involved.
no, sir.
Okay, so is it a possibility that a person qualifies the written examination but is not able to qualify the interview? That also happens.
Yeah, that can happen. Not that I have heard of, but it's clearly mentioned in the DBT that they are not responsible for, giving the person
Mhm.
training, like the traineeship. But they do try till a very good extent that each and
Mhm.
everyone gets, into a company, but it is an individual thing that can happen.
So, can I get calls from multiple companies also, or will one individual get a call from one company only?
No, you can get company like call from 2 or 3 companies. That is possible.
Now, you are free to choose amongst them, right?
Yes, sir. We can choose
Okay.
among them.
So, can you tell us about your preparation for BitP? How much time did you spend? You already said that you focused on solving the PYQs, but what was your strategy behind qualifying this?
Okay. So as I said earlier, I had a little less time given that I was busy in review paper and stuff.
Hmm,
So my initial strategy was to first understand what kind of paper it is. That's where PYQs come in. Once I
hmm,
understood, so we can't solely depend on PYQs because I think your concept and the application of that concept plays a bigger role than PYQs. So once I understood that how's the paper, I think I went on revising the core concepts like RDNA technology and photosynthesis and lot of other cycles and stuff. And after that, I started solving again like similar type of questions in PYQs. And I guess that's how, more or less how I prepared for it. And yeah, 11, 12 basics, even though I had less times, I tried to at least get a grasp of formulas, the basic laws that were taught to us in 11, 12. And I also tried to see what kind of developments are done. So basically gist of everything can really help you, like even
hmm.
if you don't know the depth, gist of each and every topic will help you in the exam and you can think accordingly. So that was
Yes. So you said that 11th, 12th basics are also asked. So basics related to only biology, biotechnology, or physics, chemistry is also
no,
asked.
physics, chemistry, even maths, biology till some extent because it's anyways gonna be covered. So
Yeah.
I did get couple of physics related question
Hmm.
and maths and chemistry. There were few, but they are good to get some bonus marks. I feel.
Okay, okay. So it's important to understand for all the students that although biotechnology, biology forms a major chunk of the syllabus, but yes, you should be familiar with the important concepts of physics as well as chemistry and mathematics. So moving on to the next thing. So I'm now moving on to the post selection. You already said that during your application process, while you are filling in the application form, you have to mention the domain, you have to mention the area in which you want to work in if you get selected. Now, what is the process of company allotment? So once the list is out, suppose you are selected, then DBT connects with you. What happens? How is the process after getting selected?
Okay. So once we are selected and once the Google form is given to us, then DBT asks for our CV and some basic details about us.
Yeah.
And those CVs are then floated into the respective companies by DBT.
Mm-hmm.
However, in my case, I specifically requested them that I wanted to be in Mumbai as I was not in a position to relocate.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so luckily, I did get in Mumbai, but that is not a guarantee. So you can always put forth your request and they try their best. So once CVs are floated, you get a call from them, like the companies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after that, the process is smooth. You get like called for the interview. And so,
Just one clarification. You
hmm.
said that you have to fill the domain, I mean, the area in the application form where you want to
Yes,
work.
sir.
Then you get selected, and then DBT sends you a Google form. After your selection, DBT sends you a Google form, right? Am I correct?
No. So
Yeah.
like once the list is out for the results,
Uh,
after that only the selected candidates will get a Google form
yeah.
wherein you will choose your domain, like
Okay.
R&D
Okay.
and manufacturing and so on.
ओके, सो क्या उस गूगल फॉर्म में कंपनीज भी मेंशन रहती है कि ये कंपनीज पार्टिसिपेट कर रही है? नहीं,
No, sir. उसमें
वो
नहीं
वो
रहती.
रिवील नहीं करते, वो कभी भी रिवील नहीं करेंगे.
No, no.
ओके, आई वाज रिसीविंग अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेरीज कि कौन कौन सी कंपनीज पार्टिसिपेट कर रही हैं, ये पता चल सकता है या नहीं. सो दैट इंफॉर्मेशन यू
Um,
डू नॉट गेट.
no.
ओके, गॉट दैट. सो you got the company, and then let us move on to the next question. So what kind of companies, you might have any idea कि कौन कौन से एरियाज की कंपनी आती है डीबीटी बिटपी में, वो बता सकते
Mm.
हैं?
Sure. I think फार्मा कंपनीज होती है.
Hmm.
फिर फूड टेक की भी कंपनीज होती है. व्हाट आई हैड हर्ड फ्रॉम माय
Hmm.
फ्रेंड्स. एंड स्टार्टअप्स भी होते हैं इन्वॉल्व
Hmm.
इसमें. And research institutes like Hafkin, like in Mumbai, I know about that.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
वैसे
Hmm.
भी होते हैं. So it's a like a
Okay.
comprehensive list, I think.
So now I would want to ask you about your
Hmm.
experience in the uh, company. So can you tell us कि आपने क्या projects या task किए थे अपने training के
Awesome.
दौरान?
ओके सो मेरे को दो कंपनीज आई मीन एक रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट से कॉल आया
Hmm.
था और एक स्टार्टअप कंपनी थी. सो आई चोज स्टार्टअप कंपनी दैट वाज ऑस्टिक फार्मा. इट इज एसोसिएटेड विद साइन आईआईटी बॉम्बे एंड नाउ इट इज लोकेटेड इन विक्रोली. सो
Hmm.
अभी uh, उधर आई गॉट टू वर्क ऑन माइक्रो इमल्शंस, नैनो इमल्शंस, and it was more about in vitro diagnostic product development, so medical devices उसके
Hmm.
अराउंड था. एंड आई डिड गेट अ चांस टू अंडरस्टैंड द रेगुलेटरी पार्ट, थोड़ा
Hmm.
आईएसओ रिलेटेड. सो एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव ट्रेनिंग थी.
Great, great. Good to hear that. So do students get hands-on training? ये बिटपी hands-on training promote करता है या you generally get to see people doing things? क्या होता है actually?
Uh, yes, usually it's hands-on training. Like it depends on
Hmm.
company to company and the condition and so on. तो हैंड्स ऑन रहता है टिल वेरी मच एक्सटेंड.
Hmm.
अभी देर आर सम सोफिस्टिकेटेड इक्विपमेंट्स,
Hmm.
तो उधर थोड़ा आई थिंक देर इज अ little hesitation, but they do give good demonstrations, so you do understand things.
Okay. So what are the daily working hours in these companies? कुछ पहले से बताते हैं या डीबीटी की तरफ से नोटिस रहता है? What is that?
Usually companies ही communicate करती है about the work timings. So for
Hmm.
me it was 10 to 5. मतलब ideally 6 था, but I was going like थोड़ा far away. तो फिर they were flexible enough to make
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
10
Hmm.
to 5 for
Yeah.
me. So it depends on company, I think.
Okay. So you have worked with such a, I mean, your company was associated with IIT Bombay. So
Hmm.
how did you like, or what was your experience with working with professionals of such high, I mean, this respect?
It was a decent experience. Like I
Hmm.
did get a chance to go to IIT Bombay for a few conferences. So I think that was a plus point for me, that I got a little exposure for IIT Bombay, and there was some Gen Vision Tech Fest as well.
Hmm.
So that does open doors for more communication, I feel.
Yeah.
So that was very good.
So Next, very important thing that students generally ask is what is the stipend that you usually get during the training? कितने stipend मिलता है और कैसे divided होता है? That means company कितना देती है and DBT कितना pay करता है? हर महीने मिलता है या you get it after your training का gets completed? तो क्या है?
So, companies may like for graduates like us, the minimum stipend is 12.3K. However, I think certain institutes or company can make it little less or more. It depends
Mhm.
honestly, but 12.3K stays standard usually,
Mm.
and the 10K you will get from DBT. But the 10K part will be given towards the end of your tenure after all
Okay.
your exams and certain formalities are done, and 60K will be given together to you through DBT. However, the 12.3K will be given to you every month by the respective company.
Okay, got that. So, since you were staying far away from the company that you used to work in, are there any additional benefits given by the company, जैसे कि travel या accommodation के लिए भी companies कुछ करते हैं?
Honestly, it depends on the company. Like in my company, it was not possible to give that. However, in certain institutes like Hafkin, as I said, you do get a hostel like accommodation, but on a extra charge.
Okay,
So yeah, there are possibilities, but mostly it depends.
yeah. So there is a lot of crunch situation in the job areas in biotechnology specifically. So, according to you, do the students get a chance to get absorbed in the company that they are getting trained in?
I think they certainly do. If you're a good candidate, you can be absorbed in the company as per your preferences. So yeah, it's really
So, did
possible.
you also get a chance to get absorbed in the company, or some of your
Actually, yeah,
known people?
actually, the one of the colleagues did get a chance, and I personally aspired to complete my masters. So
Okay.
I was not ready for a full time job
Mm.
yet, but they do absorb the students.
Okay. So, how has this training helped you to shape your career better?
As I mentioned earlier, that I wanted to understand both like the research experience and the industry oriented part. So
Mm.
in my case, I feel that it gave me clarity about where I want to go in future. So now I feel that I'm more industrial oriented. I enjoy the both worlds honestly, but moving forward, I think I'm more into industry.
Yeah. So, coming to the last portion of our podcast, so what is your advice to the people who are giving this BITP examination this year? I mean,
Um,
next year, obviously. Yeah.
yeah. So my advice would be try to prepare in advance even before the registration starts.
Yeah.
Since like you are providing such a good knowledge to all, I am sure they will get a little bit of advice beforehand, even before they register. So a month or two is enough for this prep. So
Mm.
start in the advance, because what I observed is
Yeah.
that at the end of the registration, within 10 days or 13 days was the exam. So
Okay.
don't wait until the registration gets done. It will be immediately exam. So that is one
Okay.
advice that you everyone must keep in the mind.
Mm. Mm.
And apart from that, it's easy if your application based questions are strong, and try to practice it more. Overall, I think it will be easy to do that. And for application, just take care of the photographs and signature part I told you. And
Yeah.
yeah, in CV, please mention your right information, because sometimes it happens that a little misinformation won't be able to get you calls or emails, and they might not be able to contact you. So this happens, like very small things, but few things to be taken care of.
Yeah. So, can you tell us what are the common mistakes? As you already said that you should be very cautious about the photo or signature that you are uploading. Are there any other confusing parts in the application form that you would want to tell the students, or any mistakes that they should avoid?
Not in the application part, but once you get selected now, you
Hmm.
have to actually go through the whole labs portal thing, that is a apprenticeship portal. तो
अच्छा.
उसमें देयर आर एक्चुअली लिटिल कॉम्प्लेक्स स्टेप्स. डीबीटी
Hmm.
डज होस्ट a webinar wherein they will explain you everything, but like if you get selected, make sure that your बैंक अकाउंट इज सीडेड विथ योर आधार कार्ड. तो एक ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट हो जाता है, क्योंकि उधर का प्रोसेस थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स है लाइक नैप्स पोर्टल पे रजिस्टर करने का, बट डीबीटी विल गाइड यू. देयर इज अ स्पेसिफिक पर्सन ऑल्सो अलॉटेड कि अगर आप स्टक होते हो, आपका वो बन नहीं रहा है, तो दे विल हेल्प यू. एंड
Hmm.
बाकी आपका एक्चुअली मेजर लाइक मार्क्स और जो भी आपका डेटा है वो नैप्स पोर्टल पे इट्स लाइक उधर होता है अपलोड. सो
Okay.
दैट इज वन मेजर थिंग.
ओके. सो लास्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. किन स्टूडेंट्स को डेफिनेटली बिटपी का फॉर्म भरना चाहिए, आपको क्या लगता है?
Sir, anyone who is a fresh graduate must apply, be it from biotech, pharma, or other related life science field. Because it is an excellent opportunity. और जिसको जॉब ही करना है उसके लिए एक प्रोबेशन पीरियड जैसा सर्व करता है. लाइक अगर आपको वही सेक्टर में आगे बढ़ना है, तो यू आर ऑलरेडी ट्रेन्ड इन द रेलिवेंट सेक्टर. तो इट हेल्प्स, इट रियली हेल्प्स. मेरे एस्पिरेशंस अलग थे, स्टिल इट हेल्प मी अ लॉट. तो
यस.
या.
या. सो अब जील, आपका क्या प्लान है, सिंस यू ऑलरेडी मेंशन कि आपका अभी आगे पढ़ने का प्लान है. सो व्हाट आर द फ्यूचर अपॉर्चुनिटीज और prospects that you are looking at?
As of now, as I have completed my BTech, I think my next step would be masters. So
Hmm.
after all of this training, I think now I have the clarity कि मुझे कौन से field में specifically masters करना है. तो
Right.
I am in the process of applying for my masters. So yeah.
सो थैंक यू सो मच जील. मुझे लगता है कि आपकी बातें सुनने के बाद बहुत क्लैरिटी आई होगी स्टूडेंट्स को कि किस तरीके से फॉर्म भरना है. अदरवाइज काफ़ी ज़्यादा कन्फ्यूजन क्रिएटेड है इस एग्जामिनेशन के बारे में कि गूगल फॉर्म कब आता है, कैसे कौन कंपनीज को अप्लाई करते हैं, कंपनीज के बारे में पता चल सकता है कि नहीं. सो इट वाज फैंटास्टिक टॉकिंग टू यू एंड आई एम वेरी श्योर कि स्टूडेंट्स वुड हैव benefited from this conversation. So thank you so much everyone for listening to this podcast, and thank you so much, Zeel, for participating in it.
Sir, thank you so much for giving this opportunity. As a student, I understand how it is for other students. And if I can do a good deed by, letting everyone know about this, it's a really great opportunity. And I thank you for that. Thank you so much.